Looking for a motor coach with high-quality manufacturing and an impeccable ride? Then look no further than a Tempsa motor coach. Distributed by CH Bus Sales, the company offers a family of fully integral coaches in both midsize and full size at an affordable price. Visit chbussales.com/new coaches for more information. This is Motorcoach Travel News, MTN, from the American Bus Association. Here's Dan Ronan.
Welcome to the American Bus Association's Motorcoach Travel News. I'm Dan Ronan in Washington. We begin with breaking news. As you may know, ABA announced recently that Clyde Hart, ABA's longtime Senior Vice President of Government Affairs and Policy, is retiring. Now ABA is announcing who will be joining ABA to lead the Government Affairs team. Suzanne Thibault-Ronde is joining ABA in April. Suzanne has an impressive background with more than 20 years of high-level transportation policy experience. Her most recent position has been as the Special Assistant to National Transportation Safety Board member Earl Weiner. At the NTSB, she managed Member Weiner's office and advised him on legal and policy matters related to various transportation operations and the board's investigative process. She also assisted in executing the NTSB's advocacy efforts in support of the board's annual Most Wanted list of safety issues. Suzanne's particular focus was on surface transportation safety, engaging on legislative, regulatory, and policy matters. Suzanne also served as Chief Counsel of the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, the Senior Legal Advisor to the Administrator, and the U.S. Department of Transportation Leadership. In this role, she led 24 staff attorneys and provided a variety of legal guidance and strategic support in terms of policy and regulatory development and execution. Suzanne also worked for one of the country's biggest mass transit agencies, serving as Vice President of Government Affairs at the Chicago Transit Authority, overseeing the Government Affairs Office, positioning the transit agency to receive funding in the 2005 Federal Surface Transportation Reauthorization Bill, known as Safety Lou. She's also held key positions in the U.S. Department of Transportation, working with the Secretary, and Capitol Hill as the staff counsel to the U.S. House of Representatives, the Committee on Transportation and Infrastructure. ABA President and CEO Peter Pantuso had this to say about Suzanne joining ABA. Suzanne has devoted her professional career to transportation policy and safety. With her 20-year history of success in key transportation leadership positions, she's the right person to lead ABA's government affairs and policy efforts. On behalf of ABA's members and the Board of Directors, we welcome Suzanne to the motor coach industry. More news in just a moment on MTN.
At once thoroughly modern and utterly timeless, the Prevost H345 is the ultimate in touring coaches. It not only boasts the tallest high deck in the industry and exceptional passenger comfort, but also offers outstanding panoramic views. The Prevost H345 has more underfloor storage capacity than any other coach in its class, allowing for maximum stowing of passenger luggage and belongings. Give your customers the ultimate Prevost experience. PrevostCar.com.
This spring and summer, thousands of motor coaches bringing an estimated 20,000 tourists a day will visit the Washington, D.C. area. One full motor coach on an overnight visit to our nation's capital can generate more than $13,000 a day in economic activity. And when you add up the number of buses that come each day, it's $11 million a day. Motorcoach's travel and tourism helps generate $5 billion a year in economic activity for Washington and its suburbs in Maryland and Northern Virginia. But the metropolitan Washington, D.C. area has a parking problem. There are too few spots for motorcoaches. The full report is now online at buses.org. To highlight that point about the lack of parking, ABA teamed up with our colleagues at AAA Mid-Atlantic recently, briefing reporters about the need for more parking. The problem becomes more critical during the annual Cherry Blossom Festival, when tens of thousands of additional visitors come to D.C. ABA President and CEO Peter Pantuso spoke with reporters.
So the Motorcoach is certainly part of the solution. It's also an environmental solution, and by study after study that the environmental community has done, it is the cleanest form of public transportation, or transportation of any kind, except for the bicycles.
ABA and several other groups believe the solution is a proposed underground parking garage beneath the National Mall. For more information about that project, here's a link showing how it could create a lot more parking in this very busy and beautiful National Mall. The website is all one word, and it's nationalmallunderground.org. Back in a moment on MTN. Now more of our conversation with MCI CEO Rick Heller. MCI is now more than 2 years into a successful business partnership as the exclusive North American distributor for the German motorcoach company Setra. In return, Daimler, which makes the Setra brand, got a partial ownership stake in MCI. Heller says it's a great relationship.
The Setra product is unique in our industry. You know, if an operator is looking to be different in the marketplace with more of a premium offering, the Setra is the only product like it in the market.
That's already happening as luxury point-to-point motorcoach service is expanding on routes such as round trips from Boston to New York or Dallas to Austin.
The harder it's gotten to fly, the more hassle it is, the longer it takes, the more the shorter routes on airlines are getting discontinued. And you know, that gap in the marketplace has been picked up by line haul operators. So you know, that's one of the major drivers of the growth in the industry right now, which is good.
MCI CEO Rick Heller on MTN. The ABA Motorcoach Census has just been released. In 2013, the industry provided 605 million passenger trips. That's 1.65 million passenger trips per day. Again, putting the motorcoach industry in second place as far as moving people safely and at an affordable cost, only behind the U.S. airlines. In the U.S. and Canada, there are 3,801 motorcoach companies operating nearly 37,000 motorcoaches. 38% of the companies in the industry would be considered large, more than 100 motor coaches in the fleet. 23% are medium, with 25 to 99 motor coaches. 38% are small companies with 1 to 24 motor coaches. The industry traveled more than 63 billion passenger miles in 2013. For more information about the new ABA census, the full report is online at buses.org. And that's this edition of the American Bus Association's Motorcoach Travel News. I'm Dan Ronan in Washington. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here next month.